First, the news headlines. All Manipur Working Journalists Union, AMJU, stages protest against harassment of Union President Wangkhemcha Samjai by NIA. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha proceedings adjourned yesterday amid opposition protests over alleged misuse of Enforcement Directorate by government. Hello and welcome to MAMI TV English News Update. This is ROMEE NINGOMBAM. Now the news in details. All Manipur Working Journalists Union, AMJU, staged a protest yesterday at the community hall of Kaisampat Laimajam Laikai against the harassment towards the president of the union, Wangkhemcha Samjai, by National Investigation Agency NIA on August 2. The protest was jointly organized by AMJU, Editors Guild Manipur and Manipur Hill Journalists Union. Taking part in the protest, President of Indian Journalists Union, Gitartha Pathak said, President of AMJU, Samjai was summoned on August 2 by NIA over two state scribes' involvement with terrorists. He went to NIA office at 10 a.m. and was left in a tiny room for many hours. Later in the afternoon, an officer interrogated him about some terrorist group till 5 p.m., he said. AMJU, EZM and MHJU called an emergency meeting and submitted a memorandum to the governor, the chief minister, and the president of BJP Manipur. Gitartha condemned the harassment of journalists without any proof and appealed to the state government not to conduct such untoward activities against them.
Already the International Federation of Journalists has sent a letter to us, so we have replied. We have also told them that today there is a demonstration against the near summoning of the AMJU president. So we will raise international voice so that government act to preserve the freedom of press. Media freedom is at stake here in India. You know, journalists are being summoned, arrested on many filthy grounds. So that is why the freedom of press index of India has come down frequently. So we will have to fight it back and we will have to move the international community so that the government respects freedom of press in India.
Journalists Union, ABDWJU, also staged a protest at the temporary market set of Bistupur Market against the harassment of AMJU's President Wangkhemcha Samjai by the NIA. Taking part in the protest, Vice President of ABDWJU, H. ROMEE, said, there has been many incidents of harassing media persons. He expressed that such incidents will hinder the free speech of media, known as the fourth pillar of democracy. Hence, ROMEE appealed to the authority concerned and the state government to stop such harassment in the future.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯑꯌꯦꯠ ꯑꯄꯟ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯤꯔꯒ ꯂꯝꯗꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯊꯣꯛꯏꯕ ꯄꯥꯎꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯔꯝꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯑꯆꯨꯝꯕꯔꯥ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯂꯝꯕꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯤꯗꯤꯌꯥꯅ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯁꯣꯊꯕ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯎꯍꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯊꯣꯡ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯆꯥꯎꯈꯠꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯗꯤꯌꯥꯒꯤ ꯊꯧꯗꯥꯡ ꯑꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯍꯟꯕꯤꯒꯅꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯉꯥꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯔꯤ.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaisankar will move to amend the Anti-Maritime Piracy Bill 2019 in the Lok Sabha today, while Law Minister Kiren Rijiju will introduce a bill in the upper house to amend the New Delhi International Arbitration Center Act 2019. AAP MP Raghav Chadha will also introduce a private member's bill in the Rajya Sabha today to make MSP a legal guarantee. Mallikarjun Kharge, leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, was summoned by the Enforcement Directorate while he was in Parliament on Thursday, which the Congress said it was an insult to the legislature. Lok Sabha proceedings were adjourned for the day yesterday amid opposition protests over the alleged misuse of the Enforcement Directorate by the government. Yesterday, the Energy Conservation Amendment Bill 2022 was taken up in the Lok Sabha, while Kiren Rijiju moved the Family Courts Amendment Bill 2022 in the Rajya Sabha. A person died in a road accident last evening at the Bir Tikendrajit flyover bridge. The deceased has been identified as Kaisam Khomba, age 36, son of late K. Manihar of Kalain Kabi, Lamsang Awang Laikat. According to police report, the incident occurred last evening around 7:40 when a Honda Activa bearing registration number MNO IAE 5696 coming from Western Gate Kangla Imphal to Uripok side was knocked down by one swift car bearing registration number MNO IAS 4939 coming from the opposition direction. The driver has been identified as Sanasam Nongpok Ngan by age 22, son of Sanasam Bijoy of Lamsang near Bajar. As a result, the rider of the Activa succumbed on the spot and both the vehicles got badly damaged. A case has been registered to City Police Station, Imphal West District. Let's take a short commercial break.
Welcome you all to UNACO Residential School at Chanung, Imphal East. An exclusive co-education residential school located on a sprawling 50-acre campus will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. First academic session will begin in April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Hurry up for registration.
Ichabu mahitam hanba haibasi mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudoni. Slopland Public School, biggest and the finest residential school, Manipur gi oina lemjuningai oiraba, mahei tampam ama oiriba, khwaidigi chunaraba mafamda semgatlaba, CBSE the affiliate toba higher secondary school oiri. Icha singbu admission tawidana mama mapa singna machada piba ngamba khwaidigi chabu khudol oibiu, ichagi phazabalam chat sajati ahombadu ubiu, Slopland Public School Khongjom.
Welcome back after the break. In a scathing attack on the ruling BJP, Congress MP Rahul Gandhi on Friday said, "Democracy is dead and the country is under a dictatorship." He said, "What India has built brick by brick, starting almost a century ago, is being destroyed, and anybody who stands against this idea of onset of dictatorship is viciously attacked, jailed, arrested and beaten up." Addressing a press conference against the backdrop of an enforcement directorate probe into the Congress-owned National Herald newspaper, Gandhi accused the BJP of using central agencies to silence those who question the government. The Gandhi Skion's remark came days after the ED temporarily sealed the office of Young Indian Company housed in the premises of the National Herald office as part of an ongoing money laundering investigation. Shortly after the ED action, the road to the Congress headquarters was blocked by the Delhi police. Rahul Gandhi went on to say that the government is determined to not allow any kind of debate and discussion on pressing issues in Parliament. The Congress will hold a protest against rising prices, unemployment and GST rate hike today. In Delhi, the party leaders will march to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. Congress leaders have gathered at the party headquarters in Delhi ahead of the nationwide protest. Congress Working Committee members and senior leaders will take part in PM House Gherao, while Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs will hold a Chalo Rashtrapati Bhavan from Parliament. The administration has imposed prohibitory orders banning large gatherings in parts of Delhi ahead of the Congress march. On the other hand, ahead of the protests organized by Congress workers in Delhi today, Delhi police wrote to party MP K.C. Venugopal that Section 144 has been imposed in Delhi except for the Jantar Mantar area. It also said that strict actions will be taken against those who violate it. The protest also comes amidst the ongoing investigation by the Enforcement Directorate into the National Herald case. The case pertains to the alleged financial irregularities in the Congress-promoted Young Indian Private Limited, which owns the National Herald newspaper. India recorded a total of 20,551 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. This took the total tally of COVID-19 cases to 4.4 crore, while the active cases increased to 1.35 lakh, according to the data updated by Union Health Ministry. The death count climbed to 5.26 lakh with the new deaths. The active cases comprise 0.31% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.5%, the Health Ministry said. The daily positivity rate was also recorded at 5.14%, while the weekly positivity rate at 4.64%. Meanwhile, the number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 4.34 crore, while the case fatality rate was recorded at 1.2%. On the other hand, according to the ministry, 205.59 crore doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in the country under the nationwide COVID-19 vaccination drive. Another eventful day for the Indian contingent at the Commonwealth Games saw the medals tally increase, with more sure to be added to the column in the coming days. Para powerlifter Sudhir claimed the nation's 6th gold medal at CWZ, while Murali Srisankar lived up to expectations on 4th August in Birmingham. The boxing stars also impressed and have been assured of medals as the likes of PB Sindhu, Kidambi Srikanth and Lakshya Sen progressed to the next round in badminton. The hockey men's team progressed to the semi-finals, though it was a mixed day in squash. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Sudhir for winning gold medal in para powerlifting men's heavyweight event and M. Srisankar for winning silver medal in men's long jump at Commonwealth Games 2022. US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said today that the United States will not allow China to isolate Taiwan after her visit to the self-ruled island infuriated Beijing. China, which views Taiwan as part of its territory, launched its largest ever military exercises around the island after Pelosi defied stern threats to become the highest profile US official to set foot on Taiwanese soil in years. Now in Tokyo on the final leg of her Asian tour, Pelosi did not comment directly on the drills but argued that American politicians should be able to travel to Taiwan freely. They may try to keep Taiwan from visiting or participating in other places, but they will not isolate Taiwan by preventing us to travel there, she told reporters. She called the island one of the freest countries in the world and a great democracy with a thriving economy, saying she was proud of her work showcasing concerns related to mainland China, from alleged trade violations and arms proliferations to human rights. Before we wind up the headlines once again. All Manipur Working Journalists Union, AMJU, stages protest against harassment of Union President Wangkhemcha Shamjai by NIA. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha proceedings adjourned yesterday amid opposition protests over alleged misuse of Enforcement Directorate by government. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for MAMI TV English News Update. Thank you for tuning in.
Tami Infotech, Hafiz Sapta Minuthong near Traffic Island. Store asida CCTV camera installation amadi servicing ahongba mamalda fangbigani. Laptop, desktop, printers amasung makal khudingmaki accessories fangbigani loinana servicing gi khudong chabasu legani. Laptop brand makal suna wholesale rate leibagi khudong chabasu bizari. Akupa marol gi damak 7899080602 amasung 8787378886 ta contact tobiro.
HIV हाइबसी लंबी मरी खक्तदा मियोय अमदगी अमदा सिंदुई
HIV positive oiba mama mapadagi machada
सखंगदबा मियोय सिंगा कोंडोम यावदना युमान मरी थंबा मतमदा HIV संदुई
mi amaga yatum siren waiduna sizinabada HIV sandoi
ana layeng de ikap matamda HIV test to de ikap labani HIV shandui
चांग नाइना अमदी नियम चुमना कोंडोम सिजनबना HIV दगी ngakthopam
sexual transmitted infection STI
हाइबदी फिनुंगी लेना दगी सुंगाथोपंगमी
aduga angang pamdrabadi kondom sijinabiyo
HIV haiba virus asina mipung khudimagta sokhali
मसीगी नमखै लेते चाही लाइनिंग कांगलुप नत्रगा नुपा नुपी अंगांग खाइदे
masina mi amadagi amada mathang sandopangam
aina dom sinari HIV test tong nabagi dama aina dom sinari kondom sijna bagi dama
aina domu singnari nasabo HIV dai kanjanaba HIV AIDS ki maramda hena kupa moron khangnabagi damak
it's toll free number 1097 the phone tobi
English Hindi natraga Manipuri de wari saba yagani
nako AIDS app su download tobiu amadi sijna view
Hojik lamdam asida wakal mapum phadriba inkhalakliba naha kaya amadi mayai kaba chinjakta iraknaduna leiri masida tuminna leiduna yengbagi mahutta achumba lambi puraknaba hotnaba mathau tai Hariba center asida mental health disorder amadi drug addiction gi treatment tawjari Adom gi ichai naw singsu mathau tarabadi lengsinbirau adom gi damakta leizare yai